do business to bring in NTR. But then we would want to know in their response if they could say, now for example, if it is a religious activity, how much do they pay? Because at one time there was conflict when these religious leaders had to say, I booked first, this one booked before, this one. There is always conflict. And how do you source the people to use? For example, if a particular party, political party wanted to conduct its delegates conference, for example, like mine aunt, how do you charge me? Would you be free?
Honorable member,
I wanted to know.
Who comes first? Yes, Kololo. You can only find the Kololo. There is only one Kololo with such a space in the whole of Kampala and the whole of Uganda. With the beautification which has been made, the fencing, the utilities, the improvement, there's only one Kololo. So there's a lot of competition.
So, Honorable Minister, have you constituted a management arrangement for that Kololo? If I need to hire, where do I go?
The account.
Yes.
The people are here. I know that you want to hire for your sharing it, but we shall talk about that.
Yeah, a dedicated desk that handles the hire of Kololo airstrip. And we have like a schedule depending on who comes in when. So we hire the airstrip basing on that schedule. If you apply and you are first come, then you will be first served.
So if NuP applied and NLM applied, depending on who comes first, right?
Well, okay. I think that's a political question, Mr. Chairman.
Such, we will never, of course, when you hire something, if we know that you may not be a very good, you may not manage your crowd well, we have also the liberty to say no. We don't want vandalism in that place, that when you cannot be. But we've never said that no to this political party. It's only that they mix up things. But if they are organized well, like the party where I belong, they have never been denied. Yeah. And I believe it's an open place. There has been several functions, not only political.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I think we've spent a lot of Honorable Brian.
NTR, we are collecting NTR.
Yes.
And the details are on
page 15.
Page 15, that table. But unfortunately, in our documents, we forgot to put in the NTR, but we are going to do it.
Please.
Yes.
But on page 15, is showing NTR projection for financial year 26-27.
Yes.
Hire and rent of Kololo grounds.
Yes.
1.4
trillion.
1.4 trillion.
Billion.
Yeah. Yes. Who is your biggest client here?
We have NIRA. And then we have government also, sometimes renting the premises and members of the public. So whoever wants to use the premises, we charge them for.
I want to know whether yesterday's function was paid for. I was there. National celebrations.
Actually, the president pronounced himself on this issue and said, even if it's government, it should pay for the services. Absolutely. Because you spent a lot of money in renovating these premises. Yes. So we will collect money from Office of the President.
Okay, now concerning NIRA, this very committee also should get a home to get, so we are chasing your client. Reason being, they out of 30 working days, they get disruptions, I think, 10 times. You can imagine, they get disrupted, they can't continue working smoothly, and they are handling a national responsibility, that constitutional mandate of issuing out national IDs. So we want them to get out of Kololo and get a new home. So what plans do you have to have another client? Or if you're going to have a client, whose services are going to be constantly disrupted? Those are policy questions you need to answer with regards to NTR.
I think that's the point taken, Chairman. I don't know when NIRA is getting out. I think they still have time, because to construct a building and enter it will definitely take time. So while they are doing that, I think...
Of course, Honorable Boss of Boss, the business say, our concern is that NIRA's constitutional mandate is hindered by numerous national functions. So they need to have a home where they are working smoothly.
Honorable Chair, and I think it's Ministry of Defence has been a very, and still, very committed tenant, very affordable, very effective. The inconveniences apart, I think this committee, you oversee Ministry of Defence and then also NIRA. So we shall ask you to balance the interests for effectiveness, but also efficiency and affordability, economy.
Okay.
Yeah.
We welcome Honorable colleague. Please introduce yourself.
If because you see these these celebrations or functions which take place in Kololo, at times they don't inform. Imagine you are prepared for a wedding, then you find the next day you have invited all these gentlemen, including my honorable minister. Then you find the next day there is a function or a national function. What do you think it would happen to the bride and the groom? So I feel that actually NIRA should get its own home, so that with this additional function, especially the marriage registration, so that we don't inconvenience our citizens or our Ugandans.
Okay.
To make a case for NIRA to continue staying, we acknowledge the challenges that they have.
Okay.
But I wanted to invite members of this committee to refer to the archives of 26th of January 1992, which I think was circulating on the media, to compare the Kololo then, the ceremonial ground then, the bush. You would think it was somewhere in Kasha. Is that place? Okay, let's say Tororo.
In Tororo
and Mulanda there. Yes. So with the now, I think this committee should be commended for failing us resources to do that beautiful work there. So the management of who should be our tenant, I think we can find even still alternative tenants.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, we expect written responses from you on NTR.
Yes.
Can we move? Yes.
Asset value areas that we...
Because we are guarding areas like this security installations. Yes. Okay. And of course the people that are guarding UPDF, and also areas like the dam then, and
Do you want to name all?
No. Okay. That's what the honorable member wanted to know. It adding security installations. Thank you. Go on.
yes, for budget performance for 25-26 half year.
Yes.
The concern of the committee was there was no sufficient detail, so it was difficult for them to evaluate absorption, etc. And the required response was to submit a detailed half-year budget performance report, disaggregating it by sub-program, sub-program, output, department, and line item, and also provide the information in Excel format. We did this, but our response, we also have the detail in a table form. And in 2025-26, the approved budget was 5,268,056,544 shillings. We got a supplementary of 565 billion, and therefore the figure went to 5.6 trillion. As at half year, 3.1 trillion had been released, of which 2.8 trillion was spent, implying 90.33% absorption rate, that is of the half year. The unspent balance were due to verification process. I don't know whether I should go through that detail.
No, it's clear here.
Okay, it's all clear there. So that is the total. And now 410 budget projections for financial 26-27, and the media, according to the committee, does not clearly explain its impact on NP4 PAP indicators. So our response is the recourse allocations and the medium term, and whether they will address specific NP4 PAP indicators and intervention areas. Mr. Chairman, our response is that government continued implementing, and under this program-based approach,